what's up, jazz guitar friends? Larry Tamanini here with Jazz Guitar Under 5 Minutes. Hey, just caught me playing through a G blues, but I'm not here today to talk about the blues, right? I'm here today to talk about rhythm vocabulary and just being really critical with the rhythms that you're playing. You know, one of the toughest things any guitar player can do is shore up those rhythms and play concisely and precisely, right? We talk a lot about melodic vocabulary, like how many melodies you know. We talk a lot about harmonic vocabulary and, you know, what can you hear? What can you play? What licks do you play? What kind of licks do you build of your own, right? But we don't talk about rhythm vocabulary. You know, maybe because it's easy to get caught up in the other stuff, right? So check it out. I'm here today to give you a few tips to shore up some rhythm ideas, right? So I started out playing a G blues, but really it was more because I wanted to play something with some hits, right? So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna simplify that and I'm just gonna play the hits and just try to get that anticipation of the end of, right? Keeping it going. Right? It can be a real new concept for some players to just try to think on the end of four. And when you're doing that, you're starting to initiate some forward motion, which is kind of how you start playing some swinging ideas. It's that anticipation, right? It's that A flat, it's that half step that you're hearing. Maximum gravity on the end of. It's gonna sound cool, right? And the turnaround that I play is just down, you know, from D, C, B flat, and then, you know, the anticipation stuff in the middle. E flat, D flat to C, E to B flat, A to A flat. Right, okay. So just getting that going. And then the next part, anytime you have like triplets, you get that triplet, it can be really, really hard to get your triplets going. You know, I kind of got it just from playing along with albums and I had no idea what it was. You just find like a pattern that works and you roll with it, right? But before we get to our triplets, let's talk about our eighth notes, right? Because if you can't play threes, what makes you think that like your twos are gonna be any better, right? You gotta start out with your eighth notes. So it's really good to have some eighth note clarity, all right? Just a line like that, being able to, you know, you don't want to play like a continuous stream of eighth notes. There's a lot of great Joe Pass books where he just does that. And I think what ends up happening is you sort of devalue the eighth note in the sense that it's like bowling with the bumpers in. You never really have to think about accenting or anything. And the lines that he writes are so good, you know, it's gonna sound cool. But again, you want to try to get those, what I played. A line like that, right? Just to sort of get some ideas. Just real simple stuff, simple phrases, but you want to make sure those eighth notes are right in the pocket. All right, here's another one that's a good idea to get some cool rhythmic variation in your playing. You know, you think of like any type of bebop tune. Bebop! And, you know, maybe I'll take like Oleo. But what if I just try to use one note? All right. So when I'm really doing that, it's all rhythm. It's like I'm playing just like a drum guitar. But what I'm really trying to do is own both sides of the beat, right? And that pretty much means accenting the downbeat when I need to and accenting the upbeat when I need to, right? It sounds easy, but it's not easy. Really just kind of own it. And you kind of get to work on your picking a little bit too, which is pretty cool. But yeah, guitar friends, those are 3 things you can really do. Practice something with stop time, something with hits, something with a little bit of anticipation. Try to get your 8th notes really strong. Play simple lines in a bunch of different keys. Right? It always helps. And again, the next thing is take like any type of bebop head that you're familiar with and reduce the melody to 1 note and really attack that rhythm. Try to figure out exactly what you're playing. Am I really, am I coming in on the end of 2? And is this phrase, where does this phrase go? Go really macro on it. So all right, jazz guitar friends, if you made it this far, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Close to 3,000 subscribers. Thanks so much. Love putting out these videos and interacting with all the many people that like to chime in. Thank you so much. And stay cool out there. Heat wave on the East Coast. Stay indoors. Try to take it easy. And again, don't take your guitar outside. Bebop.